All right, this article is coming from The Motley Fool. Warren Buffett likely eliminated this bank stock from Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio. In the first quarter of 2023, Berkshire Hathaway sold more than $13 billion in stock, well more than the $2.9 billion that he bought in the first quarter. And there's a good chance that some of those stocks that he sold happen to be banks stocks. So in this particular article, they're talking about US Bankcorp. Berkshire began purchasing the super regional lender in 2006. It has held the stock through some difficult times, including the Great Recession. But after trimming its position slightly during the early part of the pandemic, Berkshire began to ratchet up its sales of US Bankcorp. It sold about 5% of the position in the second quarter of 2022, then 35% of the position in the third quarter of 2022, and then more than 91% of the remaining position in US Bankcorp in the last quarter of 2022. Now, this section that I did not highlight goes on to talk about Berkshire began to sour in US Bankcorp following the bank's largest ever acquisition, Union Bank, which was the U.S. banking arm of the Japanese lender Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. Larger bank deals have been historically difficult to pull off, and this one came at a bad time for the bank because it lowered US Bancorp's capital level. Buffett said himself that Berkshire does not normally trim positions. Usually, if the company starts selling big portions of a stock, it eventually eliminates the position. Now, Buffett did get out of U.S. Bankcorp. He sold the rest of his stake, I believe, in the first quarter, or the fourth quarter of last year. So he's completely out of U.S. Bankcorp. I do want to. Never looked at U.S. Bankcorp, so I just want to go to the chart to see what it's looking like. And this is the monthly chart. All right. So the price is pulling back from a major support resistance band at $29. You can see what was support, resistance, support, and now it's bouncing off of that $29 level. Let's see, these are the pandemic lows when it hit $8. Hit a high of $64 before interest rates started going back up. Let's go to the, just kind of looking here. All right, let's go to the weekly chart. You can see a gap back in March. So we have a gap fill, potentially at $40.51. There was a level on the monthly chart that I wanted to look at a bit more. I think this level here, let me see. Not the prettiest of levels, but I'm going to mark that as a level of interest if price ever gets that low. Other levels of interest, let's see. This was a good area, decent volume, pulled back, and then took off. Yeah, we're going to just keep it to these 2 time frames. I'm going to zoom. Let's see. All right, let's look at this area on the daily chart. No, I don't see anything. I mean, you have some resistance if price does pull back further enough at the $35 level, but let's just mark that. All right, let's zoom out to the monthly again. $20 to $15. Okay, I'm going to include this is the level that would be worth buying. Let's write that in. Good buy between 15 and $20. And if price pulls back further enough, again, not only do you have resistance on the daily chart here, but you have what was support back in June of 2020. Otherwise, this chart is uneventful. I can see why Buffett got out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.